Several commitments made by His Excellency President Dr. Irfan Ali and Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa to residents of Upper East Bank BERBICE were on Saturday delivered on during a meeting at the Highbury commemoration site. Over the last few years, the East Bank BERBICE corridor has seen significant investment in agricultural infrastructure, including farm-to-market roads, drainage and irrigation structures, a massive coffer dam that now protects residents and farmlands from flooding, and most recently, help with livestock production and agricultural inputs. During an outreach to the East Bank BERBICE Saturday, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa and team from his ministry met with residents and farmers of Highbury and surrounding communities, even as far south as Mara, during which they were given the opportunity to raise issues of concern to them and to be brought up to date on government's efforts at modernizing and expanding the local agriculture sector. In remarks to the meeting, Minister Mustafa assured the residents that government is now accelerating its development program in agriculture across the country, without exception, as the development of the sectors is of paramount importance not only to Guyana but to the CARICOM region as a whole.
We are not only doing agriculture as what we were doing before. We want agriculture, we want to develop all the sectors. What we have been doing, the crops that we have been planting over the centuries, we are expanding on those crops. Traditional crops, things like rice, sugar, fruits, and vegetables. But at the same time, we are going to new crops. We are doing new things. Because what we are doing these things for? We are doing it because we want to reduce the food import bill of Guyana and the Caribbean. Because you know for a fact that CARICOM has decided that by next year we have to reduce the food import bill in CARICOM by 25%. For that to be successful, Guyana has to be successful. And for Guyana to be successful, you are the farmers. You are the person who we are depending on. That is why we are making large budgetary allocations in this sector. We see this sector as the most important sector for us because the production of food is important. We have seen what has happened around the world when we had the pandemic. We have been producing over the years 60% of the food that we are consuming. But things that we are importing, we can produce it in Guyana. For example, livestock. Livestock is an important area for us, and we want to develop the livestock industry in this country. We want Guyana to be a major player in livestock contribution to the Caribbean. What we have been doing, if you look, for example, if you look at the poultry sector, although we have had a disease that is affecting the poultry industry, the government has been making allocation to help the farmers. For example, last year we gave $29 million to the Poultry Dealers Association, the Poultry Producers Association, to import vaccine to treat the disease, the hepatitis that is affecting the poultry industry. We brought out new breeds of species of poultry. The black giant birds now, we are giving free to farmers. We have distributed over 60,000 of those black giant birds across this country. We have started a breeder program where for the first time in the history of this country, we are producing our own hatching eggs. Last year we produced 27,000 hatching eggs. This year we will increase that. This year we are looking to produce 94,000. Moving our 94,000 already produced. So at the end of the year we will produce more. So you can see how much we have produced already. But that will not be sufficient for us because we are importing almost 53 million pet eggs coming into this country. But we are now going to that program where Guyana is producing its own hatching. Recently, we built a state-of-the-art abattoir right at Region 5, and Moa. That means we have to develop the cattle industry, the beef industry, that we are working with farmers to ensure that we improve their breed that they have right now. That is why this afternoon, the farmers group here in Highbury, who have requested a breeding bull from us, I brought the bull and will give to the farmers group so that that will use in the area to increase the breed that we have here.
Speaking directly to interventions in communities along the East Bank Berbice corridor, Minister Mustafa said it has been significant and is a work in progress.
And this area here, East Bank of Berbice, is an important link for us in the Ministry of Agriculture, because an area like this has vast potential in terms of producing various crops, producing more livestock for us, and that is why over the last few months, or along the last few years, you would have noticed that a number of ministers, including His Excellency the President, visited this area on more than one occasion. And we are coming here to listen to you, to hear your concerns, so that we can resolve and bring development to this community. I am speaking here this afternoon, and I know what has been taking place, because if you look on first of all, one of the main issues that were affecting farmers in this community, and even now it's still affecting some farmers, was drainage. And we have done almost approximately over 85% of the canals were done in this community. And we will continue to work and do those canals. Maintain now, we need to put a system in place where we will have maintenance done to those canals. So what we will do, we'll work along with the farmers who are the main beneficiaries of these work that were done, so that you yourself can be in that program, so that you can maintain these canals. Because it's useless that the government expend large sums of money to do the excavation and clearing of these canals, and then we leave it to go back to the state that it was before, or it was in before. So we will implement shortly, I will ask the NDIA to work along with the farmers, put out a maintenance program so that they can do the maintenance in these canals. We have also done some canals for private individuals. I want you all to maintain those canals privately, because the government can put a program for your personal or your private canals. You will have to do the maintenance. We already did the clearing or excavation of those canals. Also this afternoon, I have made a commitment when I came sometime that I will give a tractor and trailer to the group, the Platanka Mara Air group. So I brought the tractor here this afternoon and will deliver that tractor to the group, and I hope that the group utilize the tractor to the benefit of the community. I want to say again, because many times when we give these things out, 1 or 2 persons benefit from it, and the vast majority of people are not getting the benefit. I want to ensure that the community got the use of these input that we are making.
Residents were loud in their praise of the work done in support of agriculture development by the government of Guyana through the Ministry of Agriculture.
As I said at the last meeting, that the Ministry of Agriculture is one of the best ministries. And I've been following them on MTN, and you could see what a great job they do throughout the country. I am here this afternoon to thank them very much. All those hard-working people behind the minister to make all Guyanese, every single Guyanese life better. Thank you and all the teams involved.
I'm a farmer from the east side of the world, growing up in the town. And I must admit that I am happy about the development in this community, this farm, because I can find myself developing that the years back when I see my old man used to do farming. I must thank you, Alex.
I want to say this government is doing tremendously good in this community, and I want to express my gratitude and all of what I need to say to you, that you are the best ever we have seen in government today. I really want to say that history repeats itself. Since I was a small boy growing up, my parents teach us that PPP is the government for us. We used to hide and leave their bottom when election time. The father said, go and hide and leave there before they shoot you. That was that time. And I grow with that passion that I will never be in another party except in the PPP government led by Dr. Cheney Jagan. And I can see now that the legacy, that's what he left. This government is building tremendous foundation on that level. I must say thank you all so much. Very good job. Excellent job. God bless you all to be in the ministerial sector in Guyana, especially Mr. Zulfikar Mustafa, who is doing a tremendous job in the country, in the community, villages, and also the whole sector, which is now one. It is very much plenty sectors that he are in, and he has to report to all the sectors there at one time. So there is a tremendous hard work in going through, and I must thank him very much for that.
The Highbury Livestock Farmers Group received a Zebu bull to provide genetic improvement to the stock of cattle being reared in that area, while the Mara Group received a tractor and trailer. Coconut farmers were also presented with a quantity of the Brazilian green dwarf variety of coconut through Nari and the Hope Estate. East Bank farmers will soon receive black tanks and help with planting materials, fertilizer, and technical assistance from various agencies of the Ministry of Agriculture.